We already know that our thoughts determine our reality. So all that's left to do now is to make the intention to change. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm Leeoralexandra. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you can join the happiest, dopest community on YouTube, the baby elephants. You are so welcome here. Okay, so we got some announcements today. Let's start with those. First and foremost, I want to wish you the happiest December. I love December because I love the holidays, New Year's. It's the best time of year and it's my birthday. So I was gonna join in on Vlogmas, but since my videos take a lot of time and effort to make, they take a few days of research each and then writing it in a way that everybody will be able to comprehend and to get something from it, and then editing it takes me a few days to make each video, so I won't be able to do daily videos, but I will try to make as many short videos as possible in December. And the reason why I want to do this is because we're going to be raising money for either Save the Elephants Foundation or for the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee. I'm trying to get in touch with both of them. So far I haven't heard back, but I really do want to be in conversations with them. I want to know where our money is going. I did some research and both of these charities look very legit. And I think that because the elephant is our mascot in this channel, in this community, that we owe it to these amazing creatures to do what we can to help at least once a year. And I would like to dedicate my birthday to that. I want to make sure that I can track how much money we're raising for either of these charities, so let's wait to talk to them. But I will leave a link in the description for both of their websites, so if you guys want to check them out, if you want to give me tips on which one you think we should go with, the best ways to raise money. I know that GoFundMe takes a cut from the money that we raise, so I'd rather just give it straight to them. Let me know if you guys have any experience with this. I've only used GoFundMe in the past, so I could really use your help. Anyways, I want to start off the December videos with something really practical, a tool that could help you in your law of attraction practice, in your self-improvement journey, in life in general, and that is a simple, easy guide to reprogramming your mind, changing your habits. Because our habits are changeable, but if you don't have the tools that you feel like you need to reprogram your mind, I feel like I understand how hard it could seem to change your habits, to change your way of thinking, to become a more positive person. But once you do have these tools, all that's left is practice, belief, a little bit of determination, and you can literally turn your life into a masterpiece. Without the right state of mind, many of us sabotage ourselves. We stand in our own way. We give ourselves the no. We're either afraid of success or we don't believe that we can attain it. But all these things, all these thought patterns, all these behavioral patterns are changeable. You can change them. We already know that our thoughts determine our reality. So all that's left to do now is to make the intention to change. You can change your neural pathways, your ingrained behavior, by just setting the intention that you want to change. And the good news is, if we just set one keystone habit, one small positive change can create a chain of more positive changes that will improve your life drastically. So the best way to change a habit is to identify a routine, isolate a cue, and then reinforce with rewards. Let's get started. It's just 3 simple steps in changing your behavior, changing your thought patterns, becoming a more positive person. So the first step is self-awareness. It's the time where you have to analyze and pinpoint the things that you want to change. It's time to start becoming very aware of your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, the things that you say to yourself, to other people, your behavior. All it takes is a few seconds between your reaction and your behavior to change a habit. Be aware of the first thought that you have in the morning, the thoughts you have while driving to work, while at work, while you're eating, before going to bed. Those thoughts determine your surroundings, your reality. Becoming aware of what you're doing in each present moment is the first step to change. If you find yourself thinking every morning, great, another day at work, then it's time to either change what you do every day, don't go to work, or change your thoughts about it. And since the simpler approach, of course, is to change your thoughts, and changing your thoughts will eventually change what you actually have to do that day, Let's start with that. So I train myself to every morning have the first thought that I have every single morning is today is going to be amazing. I've talked about this on Twitter and on my podcast. In the beginning, what I had to do was I set my alarm. You know, on your iPhone, you can change the name of your alarm to a saying or something. A word. So I wrote on my alarm, today is going to be amazing. So the first 3 weeks I did that, and every morning when I looked at my phone to turn off my alarm, I saw the words, today is going to be amazing. So I read it, I said it out loud, I thought it, and I felt it. Now, years later, it is the first thing I think of every single morning. I wake up and the first thought that comes to me is today's going to be amazing. And when I really feel it, and I'll sometimes think other things, like I'll say like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get a lot of work done. All those things end up happening. My day is always started off good when I intend for it to be good. So changing that small thing created so much positive change in my life. If you can adopt that small little habit, that could be your keystone habit. That could be the keystone change that sets you up for change for the rest of your life in every other area of your life. I want you to notice the things that you do every day on autopilot, like how you talk to people, like in the morning, what you think of when you're sitting in traffic, how you're feeling. I noticed in myself years ago that I was so frustrated while in traffic, and what was that doing to me? It was causing hypertension, if anything. It wasn't helping anything. I'm still sitting there in traffic. So now I take my time when I'm sitting in traffic on the way to anywhere. I take that time to breathe and be present and practice patience. And that's made such a big difference. And all it took was identifying what I was doing, which is the cue, changing my reaction, changing my routine, and then the reward is the calm feeling that I get. And the reward will reinforce that habit. You have complete control over all these things if you are in the present moment and if you are aware. You can change your grumpy mornings into amazing ones. When you're more aware about what you're eating, you'll make better choices with food. When you're more aware about the thoughts you have, you're gonna realize that thinking to yourself, I shouldn't eat this, and then eating something will just make you feel horrible while thinking to yourself, this is going to nourish me. I'm so grateful that I have this food, will truly nourish you physically and spiritually. Changing those little things, those tiny little thoughts is going to make such a huge impact on your life. When you're first starting this analysis portion, it might be wise to keep a running list of all the things you notice that you do, that you think, that you act, that you say, that you want to change. Just keep a list of them. It'll make the second and third steps much easier. So the second step is to categorize these thoughts. If you've been analyzing yourself for a few days, a week or so, and you realize that you're mostly positive and you just have a few things to tweak, then you don't even have to categorize. You can jump to step number 3. But if you realize that your negative thoughts are really impacting your life and that you need to learn how to reprogram the way you think and to change your life, categorize your thoughts. The things that you wrote down in that list or that you worked through, that you realized, think about what they're doing to you. Categorize them into thoughts that are criticizing yourself, thoughts that are criticizing others, thoughts that are holding you back because of fear or insecurity, thoughts that are just not serving you, that are just damaging you. Categorize them. At that point, you're starting to understand not only the damage that they're causing you, but where these things are coming from, because you're really taking the time to look at them individually, and that's when you can pinpoint the root. So the third step is to just change the thoughts, behaviors, actions that you've pinpointed that you want to change into things that you actually want to have, that you want to exhibit. The golden rule is don't resist your negative thoughts and behaviors, just redirect them. Redirect your actions, redirect your thoughts. It's really not very difficult. The thing is, we overthink everything as humans. We are comfortable thinking that being positive, being happy, being successful is too hard. So it's much easier to be grumpy, complain, have negative thoughts. We start thinking that it's easier and we withdraw to these places because it makes us comfortable. It just seems easier to stay with your current thought patterns than to change your thoughts. So I'll have people messaging me all the time saying, I want to believe, but I can't. I want to manifest, but I can't. Well, yeah, because you've decided to think that it's much easier, that you just can't change the way that you decided that. You made that intention. And it's just as easy to make the intention that you're going to change, that you're gonna start acting differently, you're gonna start thinking differently. Don't overthink this part. Don't overanalyze this part. Just replace and redirect your negative behaviors, thoughts, and actions, and the things you say with positive ones. If you made a list of all the negative things, all the things that you want to change, all the negative thought patterns that you have, this will be super easy. Just say the exact opposite of them. For example, if you're the type of person who says, oh, that guy will never like me, or this girl will never be into me, just start saying, this guy could really like me, this girl could really be into me, and here's why. And list all the positive things about yourself that you can possibly think of. If you have pretty toes, write that down. Think about that too. Everything that could reinforce this positive thought. Like I said before, this might feel fake at first, but from my research from the Power of Habit and researching all this stuff on how to reprogram our mind, reprogram our thoughts, this will actually work. You just have to keep doing it and practicing it, and it will soon become the way that you naturally think. When it becomes the way that you naturally think, it will start to, those things that you're thinking, the happy, positive things, the successful thoughts you're having will start to manifest in your life. Utilize mantras and affirmations to spill out all the negative and fill yourself up with good, with positive thought patterns. In order to solidify these new thoughts that you're picking up, that you're starting to think, you're starting to write, you have to make them a routine. Once they are a strong aspect of your daily life, they will become an innate part of you. And soon you'll find that you're no longer redirecting your thoughts, you're just naturally having good thoughts. So a good way to reinforce these habits is to reward yourself when you have them. Reward yourself for thinking positively, for behaving positively and calmly and rationally. Reward yourself for not criticizing yourself anymore, not criticizing others anymore, and for working towards a better life. Now, I'm not saying that you should go have chocolate after every time you have a positive thought. What I'm saying is do find a healthy way of rewarding yourself. Something that makes you feel good after doing these good things. Just like you would when you get a new job or you finish an important project. Reward yourself for behaving the way that you want to behave, because that positive reinforcement will make this part of your character. And when it's part of your character, you're gonna start seeing that it's difficult for you to understand the negative thoughts anymore. So you guys, that's my little mini guide on how to reprogram your brain to think positively, reprogram your mind. There are a lot of good resources here on YouTube. I really like the book, The Power of Habit. Remember, all the books that I recommend are on my Amazon influencer store. They're all listed over there for you. Everything that I recommend is on my Amazon influencer page, and that link will be in the description. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like I just wanted to give you a practical tool to start the month off with. This month is so important. It's the last month of 2017. We're going to be doing so much work together. I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of tools to use in this last month to really end the year off on a great note and to start 2018 on the best possible foot. I've heard so much from you guys in the past year that my videos and the things that I've talked about have helped you. I want to just continue helping you improve your life as I improve mine. We do this together. It's a journey that we do together. I want to know how your life has changed in 2017. Hit the comments below. Let me know, how has your life changed in 2017? Don't forget to check out the 2 charities I talked about and let me know if you have any advice for me on that. And until my next video, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye! My dog is snoring.